Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready? What? I said, are you ready? Yeah! Get stealing! Woo! Wheeling dealing! The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning. But brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad.
I'm the man of the hour, the man with the power. You speak to me, star.
It's showtime, folks!
Welcome to the Grill Out. From the heart of Shillian, West Virginia, here's your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out, episode 83. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty, and I'm joined by my illustrious and wonderful co-host, both of them, Josh Cole, baby.
Yeah.
And the reflection of perfection, never deception, Jason Lykens.
You forgot to mention that I am the soon-to-be reigning and defending Grill Out Predictions champion.
We'll get to that in the next segment.
Yeah.
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 Listen, the most important story going on in wrestling right now. Fans, stop trying to kiss Saraya. Don't do that. What is wrong with you people?
The fact that this has to be said, we'll just lead with that. The fact that this has to be said, to not try to kiss a wrestler on the mouth during a meet and greet.
Assault.
Yes.
People.
Yes. What, like, we've all seen the really creepy pictures at some of these meet and greets, okay? And that's one thing, which isn't a good thing, but that's one thing. But just to outright try to kiss somebody on the mouth.
Yeah, creepy.
Very.
Very creepy.
And she took to Twitter to talk about this and said that, no, he did not land said kiss. She moved out of the way just in time to where he missed. But still.
Yeah.
Why do we have to have this conversation?
This shouldn't have to be brought up.
No, absolutely not.
No, don't do that. Don't do it.
And we've talked.
Don't do it.
And we've talked. Yeah, don't do it. Josh is right. We have talked on the show about fan behavior.
Yes, do better.
Absolutely, absolutely. That right there. People who are not wrestling fans, or are just getting into wrestling, hear a story like that, they're going to put a blanket statement over everyone. Like, they're going just everybody's, they're all the same. They're all like, no, we're not.
Well, it's funny because whenever my now wife and I when she first came over to my apartment, the first time, yes, my now wife, my current wife.
Yes?
No, I'm saying my now wife because when we first got together, we weren't married.
That's usually how that goes.
Yes, that's how dating happens, okay?
Yep.
I mean, that's like an arranged
I have
marriage.
nothing to prove to you people. I have nothing to prove.
How dare you, John Cena?
How dare you, John Cena?
Yeah.
Toot, toot.
Cena wins your riot.
Shut up. No, we do. No, when she first came over to my apartment, I had stepped out to go to the bathroom, and she's looking through the things that I had on my shelves, which might have been nothing but wrestling things, along with some other video games.
Yep.
And she told me later that she was very frightened of that. And when I say later, I don't mean like years down the road. I mean like 15 minutes later. All right, so because she had this idea, this preconceived notion of what professional wrestling fans were like.
Yeah.
And I smiled, and she saw that I had all of my teeth and realized that I must not be one of those.
Nope.
Okay, but we all have these preconceived notions. Like, you play hockey, you have no teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, you watch wrestling, you don't know what a shower is.
Yep.
It's like one of those things that, you're a Marshall fan because you go to Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
You're a WVU fan because you go to Walmart.
Yes. And I will add, because Ivy did not have that same reaction to me.
Oh, okay. But she loved you from first sight. That's why she didn't remember that you all went to school together.
Yeah, like she. I remembered her, but she's like, I don't remember you.
Josh, do you have any stories about people who love you?
Nope.
No.
Oh,
Okay, back to you, Jeff.
jeez. No, the first time, similar to you and Natalie.
Yes.
Ivy and I, the first time, like, she came over to my house, and I have wrestling stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
And she did not have that reaction. She tells me, she's like, yeah, I know you're never going to cheat on me, so I can just look at your bedroom and tell. And I'm like, thanks.
It's like, one, I appreciate that. Two, how dare you? Like, it's like, at that point, is it a compliment or an insult? Like, listen,
I chuckled.
I'm the only one who wants it.
You know,
Like,
it's,
my wife knows I'm not going to cheat on her because of this.
yeah. I mean, listen, I would not cheat on.
Me? I appreciate that. Thank you.
I would not cheat on Ivy for any reason.
Well, that's
'Cause that'd
good.
yeah, but no, like, yeah. Do not invade people's personal space like
No,
that.
no.
That is
You can
not
shake their
not
hand.
just with wrestling.
No.
In general, any type of
Yeah.
meet and greet, don't do that. That is creepy. That is like no.
I mean, I guess you can ask for a hug. I still think that's creepy.
yeah,
But if people say no, then don't do it. Don't then look at them and say, hey, do better.
yeah,
And then walk off over to the town center mall.
yeah. Go over to the food court. That's
Yeah, go
slowly
to the giant art gallery museum with an occasional shop or two.
Yeah.
yeah. That's really what the town center has kind of turned into.
But moral of the story,
Keep your hands to yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
that's the moral of the story.
That is absolutely the moral
No
of the story.
touchy
Yes. Now,
without approval.
yeah.
Now, the second most important story,
You gotta
the
pay for
Money
that.
in the Bank.
Money in
No?
Money in the Bank is part of it.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 42.
You know what?
42.
I'm really looking forward to WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans.
Well,
Boy, do we got some sad story, sad news for you.
I'll spit it
some
out.
bad news for you.
I got some bad news. It's not going to be in New Orleans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not going to be in NOLA.
Oh, okay.
No, that's
No
not.
beads.
Nope. This past week, WWE announced that WrestleMania 42 will not take place from New Orleans.
Where's it going to
Instead, Money in the Bank will take place from New Orleans, and it will be after SummerSlam next year on August 29th.
Yeah, prove it.
The latest date for a Money in the Bank, which is usually held between May and July, WrestleMania's 42 replacement location has yet to be announced. To my knowledge, this is the first for a WrestleMania where they have pulled out of
I
a.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, technically COVID, but that, yeah.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, we can count that, but that'd be kind of a
Yeah.
Has there
disservice.
been another WrestleMania
Well,
that
actually,
they've pulled
now
out
to
of?
think about it,
The Sergeant
20,
Slaughter-
kind of 2021, sort of, but that was still COVID-ish.
Yeah,
Because they were supposed to do Inglewood that year, but then they bumped that back to 39 with 37 instead taking place where 36 was supposed to take place.
yeah. And the only other time that they changed the locations was I don't remember the WrestleMania, but it's the one between Sergeant Slaughter and Hulk Hogan. But they just changed venues in L.A.
yeah.
And who was Sergeant Slaughter supposed to be played by? Typhoon.
Oh.
Yep, we were supposed to have Sheik
Hall of
Typhoon.
Famer.
Yep.
That's true. That's true. The Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation, which is a nonprofit that works with organizations to bring sporting events that will have a positive impact, economic impact, on the state of Louisiana and the city of New Orleans, stated that as part of a larger agreement, WrestleMania will in fact be coming to New Orleans, but at a later date. Reports have since emerged that WrestleMania may return to Las Vegas next year or could also go international. Indianapolis is also on the books for a future WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I feel like if they are going to... Because, one, I feel bad for the people who have already booked their hotel rooms and stuff. I do.
I don't, because I'm not one of them.
Well...
If it doesn't affect me, it doesn't bother me. Does that sound familiar to some people out there?
Yeah.
Wait until it does.
But this is I'm going to be upset if it goes back to Las Vegas.
Yeah, prove it.
Honestly, as a viewer, it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, if people
that's
booking
because
shows,
you don't think it should be outside of the U.S.
That's right. I don't want to watch WrestleMania at 2 a.m.
Now,
Why not?
How dare they inconvenience you?
Yeah,
So you don't care where it is, as long as it doesn't inconvenience you.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jeff,
I like my
you
WrestleMania at
just don't
7
want it
p.m.
in
or
Las
8 p.m.
Vegas.
Eastern time.
I don't want to go back to Vegas.
You know what? Bring it to Charleston, West Virginia.
Do it. Book it. Put it
Come
at
on.
Lately.
You cowards!
Also,
Honestly, they could bring it up to Morgantown.
That's what I was going to say. Take it up there to Milan Puskar Stadium.
I had another message sent in to me
Okay.
Oh.
on Is This Ultimo Dragon? And I was sent Falcor. Falcor is a loyal friend and companion of Bastion in the Neverending Story. He is the Luck Dragon through the series. So no, Falcor is not Ultimo Dragon.
Glad we could clear all of this up.
Yes, happy to help.
Yes. But no, at first, when I first heard this announcement and then heard that it was going to go back to Vegas, I'm not going to lie, I was upset about that.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of that because to me, that's just chasing the money.
Yes.
And Vegas is expensive enough.
Yes.
We had the conversation last week about ticket prices and how hard it is for the average person to go to these events.
Probably did, yes.
Yes, we did last week, episode 82. You can go back and listen to it.
You could.
I feel like if you're going to do something like this, it is going to have to be international date or not.
Yeah.
Like you can't pull it out of New Orleans just to take it back to Vegas because that seems like you're going off of a whim. Like it's just
Listen, if they really want to make money, we have the Charleston Coliseum. We got the Go-Mart Ballpark.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got Laidley Field.
We could do 3 locations, WrestleMania 2 style.
Hey.
We got all of them. We've got a bunch of 7-Elevens, Par Mar. You can put any of them there. We got some big old empty buildings. We could go to St. Albans, use the old Kmart. You could house WrestleMania in there. It's not being used for anything.
You go to Canal City, use that Kmart.
Listen, we got so many empty Kmarts here. What's Kmart going to do? Get upset and pull their sponsorship?
Yeah, the Blue Light special.
That's right.
Yeah, come on, Trips. Book it, you coward.
That's right.
Also, we would like to have an interview with you if you would like to
That's right.
come on the show.
Yeah.
We'd be happy to have an interview with anyone who would stick to it.
Yep. But no, I feel like if you're going to do an announcement like this, because we are just over a month removed from WrestleMania 41, to make an announcement like this, it has to be overseas. Now, I've heard a rumor that possibly Saudi Arabia.
I don't see that happening just because Royal Rumble is going to be there.
I get that, but also the Saudis have been throwing around a lot of money to not just with WWE. Like you have the Live Golf stuff, and but
I'd like to see it in anywhere but Saudi Arabia.
Yes, I agree with that. I would like
give it to Europe.
Yeah,
give it to Germany,
Canada.
They are going to get Money in the Bank next year. But
wait, who is?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans is going to get Money in the Bank next year.
Segue and you didn't go.
Listen,
I know.
Shut up. I'm going to tell you all this really quick. I'm bored. I'm leaving. I'll be back in the next segment.
He really is. He's just bouncing out.
But I'll definitely be back in the next segment. I'm not leaving.
I know.
I'm just leaving right now.
He's got a potty.
I'm tired of talking about WrestleMania and Money in the Bank and
people kissing Saraya.
Yeah, and, I bet you all aren't going to talk about All Japan Champion Carnival while I'm gone, are you?
I'm going to mention that, yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now things are awkward.
Thanks for making it awkward.
Yeah.
Prove it.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of it. So speaking of Money in the Bank, though, so far as the matches go, for the men's Money in the Bank match, we only have 2 participants as of the time of this recording, Solo Sikoa and LA Knight. There is a qualifier match on Raw that has not been announced yet. SmackDown will have a triple threat match between Jacob Fatu, Andrade, and Carmelo Hayes.
A free show, good Lord.
Still 4 participants to be determined in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Yeah. But, so for the men's, we only have 2 confirmed, Solo Sikoa and LA Knight. We do have a couple of qualifier matches next week, one on Raw that has not been announced yet. And this SmackDown will have a triple threat match between Jacob Fatu, Andrade, and Carmelo Hayes. But altogether, we still have 4 participants to be determined.
Yeah.
For the women's Money in the Bank match, we only have 2 spots left and 4 participants announced so far. Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, and Julia. The next qualifier will be next SmackDown this upcoming Friday between Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. Money in the Bank will take place on Saturday, June 7th.
As will Worlds Collide.
Yes.
At 3 p.m.
And ASW Bash and Beckley 5.
That's right.
Yep.
That's a big weekend.
That is. That's a really big weekend for professional wrestling that weekend. And Josh was talking something about Toronto. He was teeing up a segue for me, but I wanted to get
Canada.
Yes, I wanted to get the Money in the Bank stuff out of the way, though.
Yeah.
It was announced this past week that AEW All Out will be leaving Chicago and will take place from Toronto on Saturday, September 20th. AEW will be doing a residency in Chicago, though, from the Byline Bank Aragon Ballroom from July 16th to July 31st. They will get 3 collisions and 3 dynamites. Yeah. So I think this is if you notice, this is the year of AEW, moving their...
kind of breaking traditions.
Yeah, which I think should happen.
Yeah. Which Double or Nothing made sense just because WrestleMania was just there last month. So.
Yeah, it does. That one makes sense. And also, I feel like what they were trying to do, and this goes back to Japanese wrestling again, they typically will run the same venues with the same shows over there. That's just kind of that is their way of booking shows in Japan. Yeah. And I think, and not that certain things in Puroresu won't work over here, but I think that certain scenes absolutely will not work.
Yeah.
The all out being in Chicago all the time and Double or Nothing being in Las Vegas the whole time, it's kind of lost its novelty with it.
And you block out fans who might want to attend.
Exactly. And it's not like that AEW is leaving Chicago altogether.
Nah.
Like I just said, they're going to do their residency there. They're actually doing a couple different residencies this year. They got the one in Philadelphia as well.
At the 2300 Arena.
Yes, exactly. Last thing before we get to On This Day in Wrestling History, Jason mentioned it briefly as he was walking out to take a break. All Japan Champion Carnival. Rei Saito is the winner of this year's All Japan Champion Carnival. If you don't know what that is basically their version of the G1. So with New Japan Pro Wrestling, their premier tournament is a round-robin tournament known as the G1, G1 Climax. All Japan, this is just their version of that. He will now face his brother, who is the Triple Crown champion, Jun Saito, on June 1st.
So I know over there the Triple Crown Championship was formed from 3 championships. Is it still like technically 3 or is it just the 1?
No, I think it's technically the 1 now. I think for the longest time they did count it as 3 championships because you literally were carrying around 3 belts.
Yeah.
But here recently...
Which doesn't always mean you're 3 champions or whatever, people.
It doesn't,
I've
but...
had some arguments on a lot of people because they don't understand unifications.
Yeah, well, it goes back to, again, with Japanese culture in general and the tradition of how heavy that they are on tradition over there. That's why, like, with how they book their shows, that's why they use some of the same venues all the time.
Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, the Tokyo Dome will always have Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah. Osaka Joe Hall will always have Dominion. That's just for New Japan shows. It's the same thing, like, with the Triple Crown Championship. Up until here recently, it was 3 different belts. But now it is 1 singular belt. And actually, the design is kind of cool.
Was it 3 belts, 1 championship, or was it 3 separate actual championships?
It was 3 separate championships that were unified.
They were
one.
They were a triple champion?
Yeah. Yeah, they were known as the Triple Crown Champion.
But I mean, like, if you look at title histories, they would be listed as 3 different champions.
I don't know.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can look it up real quick, but I'm not. I think that once they unified them, they quit, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah.
But I do know that the new title belt that they have does take inspiration from all 3 belts. And I cannot tell you right off the top of my head what all 3 belts are. I know one of them is an NWA title. I don't watch All Japan nearly as much as I have New Japan. That's just, I don't know why. I like it. It's interesting. But anyway, on this day in wrestling history. May 25th, 1994. At the age of 16, Jeff Hardy made his WWE debut at a TV taping in Erie, Pennsylvania, in a losing effort to the 1-2-3 Kid. On the same show, Brian Lee was introduced by Ted DiBiase as the fake Undertaker.
Oh, my.
Yes. May 25th, 2013, the short-lived World Wrestling All-Stars promotion taped their final event. It was titled The Reckoning and took place in Auckland, New Zealand. The show would air on pay-per-view in the U.S. on June 8th. The main event saw Jeff Jarrett defeat Sting to unify the WWA and NWA World's Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, Sting was a 2-time WWE World Champion, which no one seems to recognize.
No, it might be because of that promotion. Yeah, they were, what you would say, pristine. May 25th, 2019, we actually, you, Jason, and I actually watched this one live.
Yeah, it was live.
Speaking of AEW Double or Nothing, it took place on this day, the inaugural one, at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. This was the first official pay-per-view under the AEW
and
banner.
the first event ever.
Yes, their first ever event as AEW, because Dynamite had not debuted yet. It debuted in October of the same year.
We had the 5th episode.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. I remember I was at one of my jobs.
We were there.
Yes, we were. We've been to all 3.
Yeah.
The main event saw Chris Jericho defeat Kenny Omega in a match to determine which of the 2 would participate in the match to crown the first AEW World Champion at All Out that September. Immediately after the match, Jon Moxley made his AEW debut by attacking both men. Earlier in the night, Hangman Adam Page...
Show, just to clarify.
Yes. Hangman Adam Page won the first Casino Battle Royal to determine the other challenger in the AEW World Title match. Other notable matches on the card included Cody defeating his brother Dustin Rhodes in a bloody encounter.
And he was only known as Cody at the time.
Yes, he was not known as Cody Rhodes, but they did have a workaround when him and Brandy would come out.
Yeah.
Cody and Brandy Rhodes. On the card, in a bloody encounter. And the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, they were not going by Nicholas and Matthew at the time, defeated the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix, to retain the AAA Tag Team Championships. Speaking of Double or Nothing, we have predictions for Double or Nothing tonight.
It's not Double or Nothing, but it's Double or Nothing.
It is.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Time for more of the Grill Out here in Hollywood. Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty. I'm joined by Josh Cole, Bebe.
Yeah.
And the reflection of perfection, definitely deception, Jason Lykens.
It really feels like it's been a week since I've been here. But, it's only been a moment since this is the middle segment.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh. We're starting off strong.
Strong.
So we did talk.
Strong arm ready.
We talked last week about what we were going to do for predictions this week, because Jason and I did tie.
We did.
You did.
Josh, who was the champion, lost completely. Did not.
I made history.
Yep.
You're welcome.
And Vacant has the title now.
No, because you're terrible.
But we have to do. We're going to do this. We're going to do predictions a little different this time. Instead of the three of us, it's just going to be Jason and I.
Yeah.
With special guest referee Josh Cole.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, I'm just going to hand it off to Josh, and we're just going to get started on this.
Well, before we do,
Yep.
Doo-doo.
I had a email from a
This is important.
Richard Hopkins, who sent me a dragon from the mascot database for the New York Islanders, Sparky the Dragon. That is not Ultimo Dragon.
Glad we could clear that up.
That is a mascot.
Good.
Yeah.
Anyway, Josh.
All right, so we have 10 matches confirmed because, they might add more.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily.
This is true because they did Collision on Thursday this week, so.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Collision on Thursday.
Yeah. But
it's kind of weird.
We'll see.
Yeah,
It's because of
I don't know
Saturday
why
night's
they-
main event.
why
And
you do that.
Yeah. All right, so pre-show, we got one match on the pre-show confirmed.
Yeah, prove it.
Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay and Harley Cameron.
Jeff, who do you have? I kind of don't care.
I kind of don't either. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Anna Jay and Harley Cameron on that one. They just seem like they got the more momentum going into this, and it seems like they're really trying to do something with those two. And then on the other side, Penelope Ford has really been doing nothing.
Yeah.
Until now.
Yeah, exactly. Megan Bayne has been doing some
Yeah.
stuff. She just challenged Toni Storm for the women's world title at the previous
who
pay-per-view,
won?
but what is it?
Who won?
Toni Storm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but she's done more than Penelope Ford has.
Who, Toni Storm? Yes.
No, Megan Bayne.
Oh, why
Yeah.
are we talking about her?
Because she's tag teaming with Penelope Ford.
Yeah.
Against who?
Anna Jay and Harley Cameron.
Yeah.
Oh, well then, yeah, Anna Jay's going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll be honest. Anna Jay is the only one that I'm familiar with.
Oh. Okay.
I know. I mean,
So you're going
Yeah.
Jay and
Yeah, that's why I
yeah.
Josh, you literally have one job on this.
Yeah. I got to call us
Write
down the middle.
down
Got to make
what
sure.
we say. I said, after my long about way of setting up a joke, oh, who is it? Who are they? Why are we talking about them? Who are they facing? Yeah, it's going to be Jay and Cameron.
All right.
Do I have to spell J-A-Y?
I heard it as J-Cam.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Okay.
So we're on the main card. This is not in the
God.
actual...
Can I please go find someone on the street to do this?
No.
Yeah.
Come on, Josh.
I think the mute Mike who sits outside and just stares at birds could come in here and do a better job than Josh.
All right, first match, not necessarily the first match pay-per-view, just what we have listed here. This is the Women's Own Heart Cup Tournament Final. The winner earns an AEW Women's World Championship at All In. Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Moné.
Jeff?
Hater.
Okay, who do you hate?
Yeah.
Everybody. No.
Yeah, but you
Jamie
said,
Hayter.
Wait, why do you hate Jamie?
I don't hate Jamie.
You just said you hate her.
Her last name's Hater.
Haterade.
Haterade. Gatorade.
It's Monet. No, I think it's going to be Jamie Hayter because Mercedes Moné. I'm honestly, I'm over it. She doesn't need the win. Give it to Hayter.
She's really starting to cool down as well. Like
Yeah,
she's had she just recently lost a title for New Japan, so she's really starting to cool down a little more.
Yeah.
Also, water sucks. Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Not only does Gatorade taste better, it quenches your thirst better.
You know what's
too.
better than Gatorade? Prime.
I disagree.
Hard disagree. All right.
I don't. Okay.
Well, clearly you have no taste.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anyone who looks at you can see that's apparent. Look at your hair. I'm going to go with the same ponytail I've had since 1992. You even
Nope.
born in 92?
I was born in 90.
Yeah, I
But
thought so.
I didn't grow my hair out until like 2005. No, 4.
Why? Why'd you grow it out?
Because I wanted to be different.
How'd that work out for you?
It's all right.
Maybe you should shave your head. Be different. Get a mohawk. Get a reverse mohawk.
I saw some crazy mohawks at Sonic
I
Temple.
have no doubt.
But as soon as you say
Looked
like reverse
sharks going through the way.
as soon as you say reverse mohawk, I immediately think of Road Warrior Animal.
Hawk.
Oh yeah, it was Hawk that had the reverse
Yeah,
one.
because Hawk had the reverse, Animal had the mohawk that way because in Hawk's mind they could like lock in.
Yeah, they could plug in together.
Yeah, I think you two should do that.
No.
That sounds weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so AEW World
80s
Tag Team
wrestling, y'all.
Championship match. So we have the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, the champions, defending the title against the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Just to note, the Sons of Texas are also the ROH World Tag Team Champions, and Dustin is also 1/3 the ROH World Six-Man Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really close. So it's the Hurt Syndicate, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
hurt people.
They hurt people.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Now, here's an interesting question.
Okay.
Just throw a wrench in the thing here.
Yeah, let's hear it.
MJF just joined the Hurt Syndicate. Will he be involved in any way?
Oh.
See, I was going to say the only way I see the Sons of Texas winning is if there is some kind of interference by MJF that costs the Hurt Syndicate the match.
That yeah.
He hurts people.
That
But I still think it's going to be Hurt Syndicate.
I do too. I don't. I think it would be too early in this storyline to have something like that happen. I could see that happening in the future, but it's just too early.
Yeah.
It's too early.
Yes. All right.
It's not too. It's like 1:23 p.m.
On a Saturday afternoon.
I'm usually still asleep at this time.
It's okay.
Get a job.
I have a job. It's evening.
Oh, I see. My bad.
Yeah, evening shifts are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is like my nighttime.
Why didn't you go to college?
I did.
Why didn't you get a master's degree?
I did.
Oh,
he's not from Arizona.
That's right.
well, I mean, not everyone can have a doctorate like me.
That's true. So how's that going for you?
Oh, it's approved. I'm
Sweet.
set. Yeah,
He's walking.
yeah. Next week.
Yep.
Next weekend.
Yep, there you go.
Congratulations.
Funny enough, it is actually from a school in Arizona.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. So
University of Phoenix?
no,
Oh.
Oh.
no, it is the It is not University of Phoenix. I don't think they do doctorates.
Oh, yeah. They are online. So.
No, well.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways,
Women's World Championship match. The champion, timeless Toni Storm, facing her sort of kind of old friend, Mina Shirakawa, who Tony rightfully changed the music back on.
Yes, because they were having a Death Rebel moment
Yeah.
with Shirakawa, and I'm going Toni Storm. I don't think... I think you are you're going to have a good match between these two, and it may even get to the couple. There might be a couple times you might think that Mina Shirakawa is going to beat Toni Storm, but Toni Storm's going to win.
as much as I hate to disagree with you, Jeff,
I thought you loved disagreeing with me.
that's where we're wrong.
Oh well,
I disagree with that. I'm going to have to say that it's going to be Toni Storm.
okay.
Yeah.
If I was predicting, I would agree because it sets up a good match between either Hayter or Monet.
Oh, it's a good thing you're not in this.
Yeah.
So keep your opinions to yourself.
That's right. All right, you got a tag team match. FTR, Cash Wheel and Dax Harwood,
Yeah, prove it.
facing Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness.
Why does that get the laugh that it does?
I have.
Yeah, we've got prove it. Like, I've been doing that since I was a kid. Hey, we're having mac and cheese for dinner. Yeah, prove it. And then I'd get grounded.
FTR.
Okay, why? Why FTR?
I don't know.
I don't see the hype behind Daniel Garcia.
Nope.
No, I don't either. I think them bringing Nigel McGuinness into this is a way to try to.
Garcia was the TNT champion. Who even remembers that?
Exactly. That.
He was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. The TNT champions.
Well, he's not
I
TNT
remember-
champion now,
No.
but yeah.
The ones I remember: Cody Rhodes,
Mm-hmm.
Darby Allin,
Yep.
Jungle Boy.
You don't remember Brody?
No.
It was kind of short.
It
sadly.
was. Yeah. Scorpio Sky.
Why was it so short?
Miro.
I don't know, actually, because he didn't have any issues yet when he lost it.
It was because he dropped the belt to Cody, and that was the dog collar match was his
Yeah.
final
Oh, okay.
match.
Ended up being his final match.
Yeah. No, we unfortunately didn't know that was going to be his last match.
Yeah.
And then I've never heard what the plan was after that. We may never know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Honestly, I kind of think with Brody they would have gone world title.
now that I think about it, I think that is the direction they were wanting to go with him.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, like because he was a monster.
Oh
Yeah, and that dog collar match was
yeah.
beautiful. Anyway,
Yeah, with this, I think especially with Stokely Hathaway in there, it's going to be FTR.
All right. A stretcher match between Mark Briscoe and Ricochet.
is it going to be the bald man?
Or
Or the man who
Bald-
got his hair
bald man.
after being bald and lost a match.
Yep, the man with no front teeth,
Yeah.
Mark Briscoe.
is that who you're going with?
Yes, I'm gonna go with Mark Briscoe on this one.
Oh, my.
You see, here's the thing. I don't know, because I think Ricochet is a very athletic individual, but I don't think he's really had any proving himself matches
No.
in AEW. So I honestly think with this one, I'm going to have to go Ricochet.
We got a different one finally.
I was gonna say six matches in.
5. No, 6.
Yeah.
Pre-show.
Yeah, the pre-show. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this typically does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
This is why the scores were always so close. Anyway,
All right, a long list of names because this is the Anarchy in the Arena. Used to be the Stadium Stampede.
and it will not main event.
It That we know of. Did they confirm that?
Yeah, they're not going to. It's not going to main event.
Okay. All right. So we have the first team: Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale. Which there's going to be women in this match. So that's cool. And the Ops, which consist of Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata, facing the Death Riders: John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Marina Shafir, and Wheeler Yuta, and the Young Bucks of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. So you want the Omega Ops or the Death Bucks?
Death Bucks. Oh, I'm gonna go Omega Ops.
Yeah.
You see, I'm thinking Death Bucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
Yeah, because then it will go to a...
The Death Riders, formerly known as the Black Bull Combat Couple in last year.
Well, because I think it's going to go to what is also called War Games.
Oh, Blood and Guts.
Blood and Guts. Yeah, I think that will...
Not this.
War Games!
Yes.
Not that.
I think this will lead into that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm going Death Bucks.
Okay.
The Death Bucks. All right. The AEW Continental Championship match. So this will be under Continental rules, 20-minute time limit, no outside interference, or you, I guess, lose. Anyways, Kazuchika Okada champion facing Speedball Mike Bailey.
And this, there was an interesting statistic here recently because Okada has had the title for over 425 days, and he's only defended the title 9 times. This will be his 10th defense.
One of those was winning the Continental Tournament as well. He's only the second champion as well. Because it was Eddie Kingston and then him.
Yeah, you're right.
So let me ask you this. With how great people say Okada is, and in New Japan he had great matches, has any of that been seen in AEW?
No. You haven't...
him and Daniel Bryan Bryan Danielson had a decent match.
Yeah.
Wrestle Dream 23.
Okay.
I saw something earlier today. It said that Okada's really taken Nakamura's advice and do as little as possible in America.
Yeah.
It's like, and we've talked before on the show about the Japanese style and how hard it is on your body. I don't blame them for not wanting to do that night in and night out. Because especially, I think Okada's in his mid-30s now.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's getting his money. I'm going Okada with this though. I do not see it going to Mike Bailey at all.
It's not going to Mike Bailey. No. It's Okada.
It seems like they're also possibly setting up a match between Okada and Omega at All In.
Yeah, so I mean that's what it's going to end up being.
Yeah, that's really
title for title.
Yeah,
maybe
that's where the end goal for all of this is going to be. All right,
a trios match. Paragon, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong facing the Don Callis family, Konosuke Takeshita, Cal Fletcher, and Josh Alexander.
Callis family.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
I just like the Don Callis family.
Well, I mean, a good enough reason.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know.
Speaking of TNT champions, Adam Cole is the current TNT champion.
Yes.
Oh.
And he hasn't really done much with it.
Nope. But hey, he finally got some gold in AEW.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to go Paragon. I think it will be the undisputed heir of the Paragon heir will be undisputed. WWE. You know,
are you okay?
You know, it has been WWE longer than it was WWF.
That's right, you boomer. Stop calling it WWF.
I still call it WWF.
You
well,
boomer.
not now, not in this context.
Yeah. But there's still people who just refuse to say WWE. Like, get over it.
Well, yeah. Listen, there's just some people that they will not let go of the past. It's not a nostalgia thing. It's I cannot.
Hey, you all remember how I was the first Grill Out Predictions champion?
Yeah.
Talk about not letting the past go.
I just thought I'd remind you.
That's history. It means something.
It's like your chances of ever being loved.
Jeez.
Sad face. All right, so this might be the main event. Quite possibly could be the main event.
Yeah, prove
I
it.
think this one has been confirmed as the main event.
Has it?
Yeah.
Prove it.
Look it up. You got my computer in front of you.
Nah, that's too much.
Yeah. All right, so the 2025 Men's Owen Hart Foundation
Was that
Cup
your announcer
tournament
voice?
final, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, I was just wondering, man. No, you should keep doing it. It sounds good.
All right, the winner earns an AEW World Championship match at All In
That sounds
in
really
Texas.
Sounds really good. You should.
You like this smooth? Okay, Hangman Adam Page,
Do it
Will
some more.
Ospreay.
Do it some more. Let's hear it again.
Yeah.
Do the match again. It sounds good. Let all the listeners hear your announcer voice because it sounds so good.
The 2025 Men's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament
beautiful.
Final. The winner earns an AEW World Championship
So
match at
lucky.
All In.
I am a lucky
Hangman Adam Page
Get to hear that every
versus Will Ospreay.
week in a studio
Bruv.
right next to him. I'm a lucky boy.
This is how I feel right now.
Into the danger zone.
Yeah.
I don't. What?
It was Macho Man saying "into the danger zone."
Oh, it didn't
prove
sound
it.
like that at all.
Oh, did it not?
No, not on my headset.
What did it
anyways.
sound like to you?
Yeah,
Yeah, prove
like
it.
literally. I'll take my headphones
Let's
off.
hear it again. Do it again, Jeff.
Into the danger zone.
Did you hear it that time?
Kinda, since he
Okay,
told me
Jeff,
what
do
it
again.
was.
Do it again, Jeff.
One more time.
Into the danger zone.
Did you get it that time?
No, it's
Do it
same thing.
again, Jeff. Let him, no. Let him hear it, Jeff. Let's hear it.
No.
I want to hear it one more time. Come on.
Into the danger zone.
Does it come clear on yours?
Yeah, I'm hearing it clear as day.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just sounds very
Do you-
distorted on
Do you
my
want to? Do you want to hear it? Here.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
You can hear mine.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
They're literally switching headphones right now. Y'all ready?
Jeff. Yeah.
Into the danger zone.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it sounds fine on mine.
Yeah, I can hear it perfectly fine.
But did you hear how it was all...
Yeah, it sounds like it's underwater.
Yeah.
But I think that has to do. I mean, one more time, Jeff. Since I have these back on.
Oh my God. One more.
Yeah.
Into the danger zone.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah. All right, back to the predictions.
Yeah. So can we get the match again?
Yeah.
Yeah, and your announcer voice.
2025 Men's Owen Hart Cup for Tournament Final. That is such a long name, by the way. The winner earns an AEW World Championship
asking
match
for
at
your
All
commentary
In. Hangman Page versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah, prove it.
It's right there.
Jeff, who do you have?
Oh, who do I have on this?
That's what I asked you.
I know.
Who you got and why?
There you
Paige. I'm going Hangman
go.
on
She's
this.
in WWE.
Wait, Soraya?
No, Paige. She was in WWE.
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you confused about?
No, I'm talking about Hangman, Adam Page.
Who?
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Oh, it's that guy?
Yeah.
How do we make it this far?
I don't know. It's.
All right.
You're welcome.
Who do you got, Jason?
I got you, babe. You know, I think because he's here to help out the younger talent, it's going to be Ospreay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
You want me to read down these things?
No, not really. Yeah, go for it.
All right. Just, yeah. Yeah, go for
So
it.
the pre-show, Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay and Harley Cameron. Both of them said Jade and Cameron. Women's Owen Hart Cup Tournament Final, where the winner earns an AEW Women's World Championship match at All In. Jamie Hayter and Mercedes Moné both said Hayter. World Tag Team Championship match, Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas. Both said Hurt Syndicate. AEW Women's World Championship match, Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa. Both said Toni Storm. FTR facing Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. Both said FTR. A stretcher match, Mark Briscoe and Ricochet. Jeff said Briscoe, Jason said Ricochet. Anarchy in the arena, a bunch of people versus a bunch of other people. The Omega Ops versus the Death Bucks, as we're going to call them. Jeff said Omega Ops, Jason said Death Bucks. Continental Championship match, Kazuchika Okada, Mike Bailey. Both said Okada. Paragon facing the Don Callis family. Jeff said Don Callis family, and Jason said Paragon. And the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament final for a world championship match at All In. Hangman Page versus Will Ospreay. Jeff said Page. Jason said Ospreay.
Prove it.
Well, it's written in stone right there.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
in the rundown. Oh, let's shift gears to the main event.
Looks like all the talking has been done. It's time for the main event.
And welcome to the main event, where we go ahead and let you know what your upcoming week of professional wrestling is going to look like internationally, nationally, and, of course, locally. As far as internationally and nationally, Sunday, June 1st, New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors Final.
Prove it.
Look it up.
It's on Sunday.
Yep, it will be next Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes. And that's all we got for nationally and internationally. Locally, we got a few shows for you. On Monday, May 26th, Legit Alternative Wrestling will partner with the Southern Indiana promotion Battle of the Border Pro Wrestling to present
Aftermath
at the Richardson Building in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Bell time is 6 o'clock, and tickets are $10. This is an all-ages show, but parental discretion is advised.
Violence.
I don't want to be a stickler here, but Parkersburg, West Virginia isn't anywhere near the border.
Nope. Well, it's on the border of West Virginia and Ohio, right?
Oh, that's what they're talking about. That's the battle on the border.
The Indiana promotion is called that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the name of the Indiana promotion.
Battle of the Border?
Yep.
Yep.
In Indiana?
Yep.
On Saturday, May 31st, Mega Pro Wrestling will be in Dunbar, West Virginia at the Dunbar Recreation Center presenting
Saturday Night Slam.
So much energy. Bell time is 7:30 p.m. and front row is $20, while general admission is $15. Also on Saturday, Real Shoot Wrestling returns to Buckhannon, West Virginia for an all-ages show at the Event Center at Brushy Fork to present
Bucktown Throwdown 2, The Return. It's like Batman, the sequel, but Bucktown Throwdown. It's for all ages.
Bell time is 7 o'clock. Front row tickets are $15, and general admission is $10. And that's it for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to stop right there, and when we come back, we're just going to wrap it all up. Stay tuned.
Once again, here's Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty. Jason's gone. He just completely left.
Yeah.
He stepped out in the first segment, came back. That's Josh Cole, baby.
Yeah.
He's joining me right now.
That's right.
We're
here.
Jason stepped out towards the end of the first segment, came back, did his spot for Double or Nothing, and now he's gone again. He left during the break.
Got important stuff to do.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what important stuff he has going on. By the way, Josh did look that up at the break. We talked about earlier in the show about the Triple Crown Championship, and they started counting it as one championship after Jumbo Surata defeated Stan Hansen to unify all three belts.
Yeah, they just carried around three belts for like 20 years or whatever.
Yeah. It was like, you said it was 89?
Yeah.
When that happened?
And then they introduced one belt, and what was it, 2013?
Yeah, so that was 24 years?
Yeah.
They carried around three belts? Jeez.
Yeah, but it was not three championship lineages, it was just the one.
No, yeah. Yes. So I thought for some reason Jumbo had won, and maybe the one belt was one off of Brody, but Brody passed away in 88.
Yeah, he won the NWA International title off of Brody, and then Jumbo beat Stan Hansen to unify the titles.
Okay, so he unified the titles by beating two of the scariest kaijin over there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I would not want to be in a match with Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
Not separately, but definitely not together either.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us on The Grill Out. You could follow us on Blue Sky at thegrillout.bsky.social. You could also email us, thegrillout95@gmail.com. Let us know what you think of AEW Double or Nothing. Tell us what you think of our predictions. Do you think Jason and I are going to have to go to sudden death on this? Josh already has that keyed up for us for next week, just in case
Yeah, I got
we
to edit
tie.
some questions here.
Yeah, there's a couple things in there that Josh has to edit because I went ahead and put it in on this day in wrestling history. So you can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/The Grill Out. And until next time, fellow wrestling fans, have a good one.
Goodbye and good night. Back.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.